It's been a while, but we're back with another Wales and Southwest Player Spotlight, a series inspired by the Swedish Yoshi Rev, giving you some insight into your favorite players, friends, or people you've just heard of. Today we have with us one of the best Falcos in the Southwest, a content machine and colourful commentator, Chaler No.2.
No TV, thank you. It's taken a while to get rid of it.
Yeah, but to be fair, you've been Shayla, just Shayla for like about a year now, probably, right?
It's been ages. I only had it on my Twitch, and just but so like people just stuck with it. I got rid of it like 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, no, didn't have it on your tag, but it was just with your Twitch and YouTube.
It was literally just my. It wasn't even my YouTube. My YouTube's always been just Shayla. It's so mad.
How's it
So
feel being on
funny.
the other side of the content this time?
It's nice. I like being on the other side of the content. It's fun.
It's probably a lot more relaxing.
Oh, it's so relaxing. I just get to sit here and talk, and it's way better. I like it a lot more. I like being on other people's content a lot. It's fun.
I'm surprised you haven't been interviewed by Hassan at some point when he used to do
I've
stuff.
interviewed him.
Yeah, was it for when you were at Bristol's and you were doing content then?
I think I did it for the Fate 3 doc. I interviewed him for the Fate
Oh
3
yeah,
documentary for the cruise section.
Chris so hype. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, because
yeah.
South Asia won.
Yeah, I did it for that section, that part.
What a
For a
crazy
long
crew.
ass interview with him. We talked about anime for like an hour afterwards as well.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Before we get properly into it, though, there's a video on Sheila's YouTube channel called Smash Bros. Changed My Life that will talk about some of the stuff we'll cover here and goes in depth into some other things. So
Mm,
if you're interested in that, you should check it out on Sheila's YouTube channel. I'll also provide a link down below.
you
So,
should.
true, you should subscribe right now. He needs the money.
Yeah, I'm broke.
Rent's due soon. Rent's due.
It takes a long time to make a documentary that's an hour and a half long.
True. So much research, especially into like scenes where we don't record that much stuff,
Yeah.
really.
Oh,
You have to go digging. When did you start with Melee? Did you play it
when did
much
I
as a
start with
kid?
Melee? When did I start with Melee? I mean, yeah. Besides, I mean, I don't think I count the kid thing. I actually have a funny thing when I was a kid is that I used to play games with my childhood friend.
Mm.
He was like still like one of my closest friends now. And he used to play games too much, and I would hide the games when he came over. So I definitely like hid Melee like behind a cabinet at some point in my life.
You just look
uh,
back 20 years later and it's still there, all dusty.
yeah, yeah, I had to rebuy the game because I lost it because I hid it from him. Uh, but yeah, no, I started playing competitive Melee in 2016. I looked into this because I watched them. I did actually go and watch the Matt one when he looked at me because I was curious about all the like. I just wanted to hear him talk as well because I didn't know it existed.
Mm.
But yeah, so I looked it up. 2016. I watched Genesis 3. Well, I didn't watch it. I watched Smash 4 Genesis 3 because a certain now little slightly cancelled content creator, Sky Williams,
They did
was
content?
commentating it, and I liked his stuff back then. Um, and so he
Dude.
tweeted it. So unfortunately, I got into Melee because of someone a bit nefarious. But
Uh, Unfortunately, this happens to quite a few of us.
yeah, I'm sure it's not an uncommon one. But yeah, I what tuned into the stream was like, damn, Smash 4 is kind of cool. I didn't know people. This vibe is sick actually. Genesis is really cool. And then I remember my mate mentioning a documentary. I watched the documentary. Was like, damn, that's crazy. Really cool. Watched it all very fast. Told all my friends about it. Uh, thought Melee would be too hard, so I played Smash 4 a little bit. But when I was in my college, obviously I couldn't bring Smash 4 to college. But we
Mhm.
I did game design in college, so we had access to computers, and my tutor was really chill. So he was totally up for the idea of me just bringing in stuff for emulating. So I was like, cool, I can get Melee on an emulator. I know that much. So I just bought it in. And then I was like, what if I learned to wave dash and show off to my college friends? That'd be really cool. So I learned the wave dash. And I was like, damn, this is shit is cocaine. And it's basically a wrap from there. I
Yeah,
just, yeah.
I kind of have
Wait,
like a little thing with learning to way dash as well at the start because when I basically first played, um, well, Project M was kind of the first one I played. I was playing this
yeah.
person and they were wave dashing around. I didn't know what it was at the time, and I kept asking them, "What are you doing?" And they would just laugh, and they wouldn't tell me. It made me really annoyed.
Oh my god, that pisses me off so much.
I was like, "Fucking tell me." Ah,
Oh god, yeah, no, wave dashing was just like, I mean, I started with Marth, and Marth's wave dash is still probably the most like clean in the game, I think.
mhm.
I love Marth's wave dash, and like my Marth's ground movement is still my favorite. Like, I think
Yeah, I agree. I think
it's
Falcon's Red Dash is like more fun when it's perfect, but it's so much harder to do.
Falcon on like a platform is great.
Yeah, on platform it's beautiful, but on the ground it's depressing.
Yeah, yeah. For the no, oh yeah, no Falcons, yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I started with Marth, and it was just crack. I was like, oh my god, I love this. And then yeah, I got I lived in the middle of nowhere, like I still do
Mhm.
now. And found one of my old friends from playing Yu-Gi-Oh hit me up and was like, "Yo, I heard you're getting into Melee. That person is Biss." And we
Oh, the
started.
DK player.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's been around since. If you aren't aware, I don't know who Biss is. He's a legend. He's been around since like eons. I don't know how long he started playing. I remember watching him play when I was like 11 or something, watching him play
Jesus.
with a bunch of friends in the corner of the card shop that we played Yu-Gi-Oh at. So he's been playing for ages. uh since
Uh,
like at least like 20, at least the 2000s,
uh,
early times. Like he can tell you about like profs, like first seeing profs first tournaments.
that's crazy. And people have only
um
probably heard about this recently because of like Arcadia
yeah,
and Battleborn and stuff like that.
yeah.
But he's just been coming out here deleting people.
Well, he's only just started attending again properly. He was talking. We were talking about it when he was like going stuff. He was just like, yeah. He's like, he feels like it started. He started playing like it's the start of his first thing again. He's been attending way more than he ever has, really.
That's very good
Um,
to see.
which is cool. But yeah, so I started playing with him and Yovel, which was fun. And he was like the only person I played against really for like the first like year of the my playing. I think I don't know when Air 3 was, but I think that was like my first. Well, actually,
M-
that was my first big tournament.
F5 was
Air
2018, I
3.
believe. So it would
F
have been two
Yeah,
years
it might be
before
the
that.
same year then.
2016, probably.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I must have gotten to tournaments pretty quickly then. Actually, it's been more separated in my head, but I guess I did.
Hmm.
Um, my first tournament was actually, which might be poetic later on in this, but my first tournament ever that I attended was actually in the Pitcher and Piano in Bristol.
But
So
I I knew
the
you
same
would.
venue as Crescendo and
I
Arcadia.
hmm. I knew Bristol was the first thing you attended, but I didn't realize it was pitch and piano. I didn't realize we used it back then.
It was like one tournament I went to. I don't know the name of it. It was like on Facebook and Challenge.
Like as
I just
everything
found it.
was.
Yeah, I just found it and was like, cool. I went to it. I was scared shitless the whole time. It had like proper PM and stuff. Eugene's still holding it down.
Do you remember how you found it, or did you just like Google it on Challenge or something?
It must have been in the Melee UK Facebook group. I can't think of any other way I would have found it.
Ah,
That was
what
pretty active back in the day.
what a relic.
Yeah, that was the only way you found tournaments back then. You just had to
True.
be in the Facebook group, and everyone posted stuff there.
It
I
was
think the only
really
person
active
that
back
posts
then.
stuff now there is
Me.
Pete.
I think it's me and Pete are the only two who
Yeah,
ever
you and
post
Pete hold
there.
it down.
Speaking of which, I forgot. He's at. Oh no, I did post on the Facebook group. Because I still post on the old Smash Rails and Southwest Smash just in case there's like this one player from like 2015 who sees it after all this time and comes back
Yeah,
just
no, that's
praying.
understandable. Yeah, yeah. I remember that first one was terrifying as well. God, it's so scary going to your first event.
Especially like, well, you're probably 17ish around the time. You're still kind of like a kid,
Yeah, I think I was about 17.
and you're going to
I
like
think I was just
this
turning 18 at least.
this like venue with like a bunch of people that you don't know who are all like adults like doing all
Yeah,
this like insane
I was
shit.
kind of used to it. I was kind of used to it because I played Yu-Gi-Oh for years. I competed in Yu-Gi-Oh from when I was like 10.
Oh,
So I'm used to like halls of adults that I'm unfamiliar with and playing at them. But like in Yu-Gi-Oh, you don't have to talk to them. You just play your game,
yeah, you
and
just
then
sit
you just
down.
like go talk to your friends. But I only knew this there, so I was like, oh shit, and I had to talk and play friendlies, and like I'm too scared to ask for friendlies because I'm really bad, and it's like.
I know it's a stereotype, but which venue smelled better?
Oh, Smash for sure, 100%.
You sound
Not
like
just
you had
not
a gun to your head for a second there.
no, no, it's 100% Smash. I think like yeah, Yukio is just like a bit worse in terms of, but like I didn't really. I think I probably had about the same frequency of bad smelling in both. I think Yu-Gi-Oh's had the worst smells, but I think like they both like they aren't as bad as people made out to be either way.
Yeah, I think that I've only been to like one or two venues where I ever like have been like, oh shit, this actually kind of smells. Usually you
Yeah,
don't notice it much.
like if it's like really hot on like a really hot day
Like,
and you lots of people in a room, it's gonna smell. Like it's just how it is.
yeah, pretty much.
Pretty hard to avoid it.
You mentioned earlier that Martha's the first character you played. Who else did you pick up around that time to try and main?
Um, I think I actually started. I remember watching. I think I watched a YouTube video that was like someone saying that Falcon was like the most Fundies character. I think it's still pretty iterated today. Like if your Fundies are good, your Falcon's pretty decent.
Hmm.
So I think I tried to learn Falcon, but I couldn't do short hop fast fall aerials with him. I was
Hmm.
getting so frustrated, I nearly quit trying to learn it with him. And then I learned it with Muff and was like, "That's cool." And that was about it, really. I think I only played Falcon, and then I tried. I think like I wanted to like fuck around with Fox and Falco, but they were just too quick, and I was like, my hands can't do this.
What made you
It took
decide
a
to
while for me
switch
to
from
realize that
Marth?
anyone can.
It, it does take a bit. What made you switch
Yeah.
to Falco?
When did I switch to Falco?
Yeah, and how come?
Um, it was in second year of uni, my second year house. I think I so that would have been 2018, so 2 years into my career, 2018, like mid 2018, like pretty much as soon as we switched to NTSC, nearly enough. My first Falco tournament might have even been spiked NTSC
Hmm. I,
edition.
I thought we switched to NTSE later, but I don't really
No,
remember much from around then.
no, it was 2018. It was definitely 2018. It was my second year at uni house, which was actually it could have been 2019
Yeah,
because
I
I
think
would have started my second year in late
2018.
2018, going into 2019. So it could have been either of those years,
Hmm.
but it was one of them. I think it would have been 2018 though, personally.
Did you have any
Yeah.
Falco
I just
inspirations?
Falco inspirations. Oh, it's just Mango.
Every Falco's inspiration
It's
ever.
always it's just Mango. What are you supposed to say? Like I literally like played him on the side because I watched Mango. I was like, damn, what a beautiful game we watched. And then like I'd watch him and I'd be like, damn, Falco's the coolest character. And I'd play him and I'd be like, damn, Falco's really cool. I'm having more fun playing Falco than I am playing Marth. And I just switched to Falco. And it's literally just because of Mango. I don't think I've found a Falco outside of him that I really enjoy watching. Like truly, truly, truly enjoy like every moment that are on screen.
Not even Elliot.
I love Frenzy. I love him as a person, and I love him when he gets a combo. But when he's not got a combo, it's a bit, it's a
I'll
bit
give it.
ghosty.
His combos are so beautiful, but his neutral is a little bit boring at times.
It's not even like because it's just boring. Sometimes the way he moves like frustrate. Like that doesn't vibe with me. I don't know what it is. I'm very vibe based when it comes to melee. Like I
Mm.
can't really put it into words why I don't like the way someone plays sometimes.
I feel
So
he's
like
very tight with how he moves
yeah,
in neutral. Like he'll do like the shortest like dash dance into a really tight double jump, and it's so
yeah,
like
I don't know.
weird.
I can't really. Yeah, you're putting more into words than I can. I can't really put it into words. Something about it like bothers me. It's like how I don't really like even. It's not even like the person's exciting or crazy. 'Cause I don't really like Bobby Big Balls Falco that much either. I love his
Hmm.
combos, but like I don't like his actual game very much.
Yeah,
So who
I find
knows? I just love Mango's balance of like aggro and patience, and
he's got the
he's
most
not like
fun neutral to watch by far, I think.
yeah. I love neutral. I've always been a neutral enjoyer.
A loving nooch.
Yeah, because PPMD was like an inspiration for me when I played Marth, and I just fucking loved watching him dash dance, and I always tried to replicate it and failed miserably.
Uh, People still do that to this day.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
I I was rewatching Metal Game or something recently, and then I ended up rewatching some old like PP stuff, and I just like, okay, let me try dash into that. It just doesn't work. I don't know
Yeah.
how he does it.
I just watched like I remember watching that one clip from like Apex where he's like playing against Armada. He does like this. It's like him and his Armada in the corner, and him and Armada do this insane like exchange of dash dances. They don't hit each other for like 30 seconds. They're just like dash dancing in like each other's faces, and it's fucking sick. And I remember seeing that and being like, I'm gonna do that movement, but no thought behind why I'm doing the movement or why it exists.
Ah. Who is your
Extremely dumb.
first bracket demon?
Oh, my first bracket demon. Okay, I thought about this. I think weird. I don't know if you know, even though the player, but that I was like, what's the definition of a bracket demon? It's like someone who
Someone
you
you
just
can't
like
beat.
you just can't beat. But like, I don't think a bracket demon is someone you just can't beat. Because if it's someone you just can't beat, it could
Oh
be
yeah,
like
frenzy, yeah.
prof.
But I think someone you can't beat who also is close enough to where you like aspire and kind of grind to beat them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think my first bracket demon ever was a Sheik player called Sponge.
Oh, Sponge, that's a name.
I just like distinctly remember like a lot of my early tournament days. I would go to a tournament, I'd see Sponge in my pool, I'd be like, I can beat this guy, and then I would lose every time. And I think I checked my PG stats before this call, and I still have never beaten him.
To be honest, I think it's the exact same at me. I could not beat Sponge for ages when it was like really online and stuff, and
Mm.
I still think I was still beating him because we never played.
Actually, I think I have beaten him, but it's just not on strategy. I remember beating him, but I don't know where. I just remember I have beaten him,
Probably
like
a
post
challenge,
COVID.
maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm.
I feel like it was in South at some point, but yeah, it's definitely Sponge. As like someone really close to my level, I think Biss counts because like I played him a lot, and I think I
Hmm.
only beat him after we came back from COVID after playing him since like 2016.
Ah.
So like it took me so long to beat him.
Ah.
And that's just like ridiculous in my opinion. And he
Do you
still
have?
kind of is a demon of mine. Like he still just pops up out of nowhere. He hasn't played the practice and he just beats my ass. I'm like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, I know he beat Lima at Battleborn in pools and
Yeah,
just did really well there.
I don't lose to his DK though. Is the thing. Like, it's not DK that I lose to. I lose to like his Falco or his Samus, which he's been playing for so long. He has good characters on everyone, and like people
Mm.
just only know the DK nowadays. But like, yeah, his Samus and Falco are kind of nasty too. His Fox, low key, is like the sickest Fox of all time, but his hands hurt too much to play him.
I feel that's a lot of like really sick foxes.
Yeah.
They just like implode their hands eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Is there
Yeah.
any?
Is
Who's
there
your
any
greatest rival, do you think?
greatest rival? I
That's
think
not
it
your first.
two players. I think it's like two kind of simultaneously in like different periods. I
Mm.
think early Bournemouth locals, it's previously Zed, currently Nomad. um, shout outs to Zed. But yeah, no, Tom Nomad was definitely one of my rivals at the start of the game. He just wanted to beat me so bad, and I never wanted to let him win. So like in that sense he was a rival, but like he never beat me like at the start really. It took him ages to get a set win on me. But like
Hmm.
the fact that he wanted to beat me so bad and he would say how much he wanted to beat me motivated me to like keep getting better to not let him win.
Yeah,
So that was really fun. And then like that was like the whole time I played Marth essentially. He was my rival through that period, I think.
I
My
did
early.
see a VOD of like you playing Marth against his Fox at one of the really early Bournemouth locals.
Mm. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, and there's a lot of. I'd listen to a lot of complaining about Marth, but
Oh yeah, he hates Marth.
he was. I think everyone knows. Everyone who knew him back then knows he was a big complainer, but he's a lot better nowadays. But the yeah, our record was really bad, and then like he started to beat me in like 2018. Uh, before I switched off, just before I switched off Marth, he was beating me, and then I beat him in one set, switched off Marth, and never touched the character again.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
It was really funny. But he was like getting to the point where he was beating me on FD like twice. Like he was definitely like starting to clean me up.
Hmm.
Uh yeah, and then it switched into I think who I think probably is my biggest rival even to this day is ECS Aaron. uh always been someone I've like gone 50-50 with consistently throughout like the entire time I've played the Geek versus her. It's insane. Like we never have ever had like someone be, I think, like in favor. I think I go through periods of like winning on, but it's always like game 5 when I win. I never like would go through periods of 3-0ing her.
Hmm.
It's ridiculous. It's actually probably the quintessential time of a rivalry. Like I've literally been playing her for so long, and neither of us have ever gone ahead, and we've kind of sit around the same level the whole time. It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, and because you're both in the same region, you played at pretty much every local.
Yeah, we played a fuckload. I think like yeah, it's just mad. We just played so much, and like yeah, it's always come back and forth. And I still have a rivalry with her to this day because I still get pissed off whenever I see her do better or seated above me. But like in a loving way, you know. I'm like, oh, congrats doing better, but I'm pissed off that you're doing better.
Well, you got one off on her now. She has to come back after Arcadia.
Yeah, I mean, I was like the whole time. I think if you take a look in the Bournemouth Discord, there's many altercations between me and I just shit talking each other. Funnily enough, it's fun. It's all lighthearted, but yeah, it's definitely. I think definitely my quintessential rival is Aaron.
Moving a bit away from the melee, you are the second biggest melee content creator, basically, behind Leon Massey.
And the
Uh,
second biggest not melee content creator in general.
yeah. Uh,
I don't think
Turned
that's
down for
quite
who?
true.
Never heard of him.
And melee moments, never
Actually,
heard of them.
wait, no, sorry.
Awesome Source, never heard of them.
Wait, never mind. Phoenix smashed my hair more subs.
Video Smash, surely not.
No, no, I don't think so. Uh, but why content creation? What made you want to pursue it?
um, I don't really know. I think it's just like I've just always kind of done it in a weird way. Like I made my first YouTube video when I was 12.
Hmm.
Like I made like a let's play of Endless Ocean on Wii. And I pointed a camera at my TV and then recorded over in post like I was playing it live because I didn't have a microphone. Uh, so yeah, I just like did that, and I had like a Minecraft series with my friends in secondary school, which is still up on YouTube if you ever if anyone wants to find it. Um, it's like hidden lore. A lot of people in Bournemouth know the name. You could probably get it out of Erin if you ever wanted to find it. She'd probably
Just
tell you in a heartbeat.
interrogate some Bournemouth players.
Erin would tell you in a heartbeat. She's shit at keeping secrets. But yeah, I have a Minecraft channel that's hiding in the depths of YouTube that is fun. Yeah, I did a Let's Play after that, and I've unlisted the videos, but they're on my Chaler channel. Just unlisted, but I have them all still. They're all there. I have a few. I have a whole Undertale Let's Play and stuff like that, like just hiding in the back from when I was like 16.
Is it on the Shelley YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's just unlisted, so you can't find it. It's just a bit cringe.
Yeah, I think quite a few people kind of did start off when I did a COD 4 like mini Let's Plays like 10
Nice.
years ago by like putting my phone inside of I would cut the slit in the middle of like a six pack of Pepsi Max cans and put my phone in there to record the screen and the audio at the same time.
Oh my god, that's sick. I love that.
Uh,
No, yeah. Oh, God. I think actually, no, I do. Now I'm talking about it. I actually kind of remember. I remember I did the Let's Plays. I had like one video that kind of did well, like 1,000 views, and I was like, oh my god, 1,000 views. That's crazy. But then I realized that I didn't want to play games for a job. I was like, man, I don't want to like play these single player games and like feel like I'm doing it to record it and like upload it later, and like I can't just sit and play the game and chill. That annoyed me, so I just wanted to. I stopped doing it. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do Let's Plays. It's shit. But I got into streaming in COVID and was like, this is really fun actually. Streaming is different. Streaming is kind of like I am just playing the game and it's all live and it's just like fun.
yeah,
Uh,
it's more interactive.
yeah, it's not like I'm sitting there by myself talking to a camera. I'm talking to people who are there in the chat, which is like so much fun. I fucking love streaming. Uh, so I got into that and I was like, that's fun. That's cool. Did that. Then I just like randomly uh fell into this weird scenario where like I applied for this job that was like animation for a film studio in Bournemouth. And then I went for an interview, and they were like, "Oh, we see you do like content stuff on your resume because I just put it there for creative reasons." And they were like, "Yeah, that's cool." And then I went, and they were like, "Yeah, we want to expand it doing content creation for our company." And I did it, and then they had this weird like they didn't really know what they wanted, um, and so I kind of just ended up doing stuff I wanted to do for them,
Hmm.
and then it became like this weird thing where like I was like an employed content creator making stuff that they want me to make. And then we started doing like YouTube gaming stuff. I don't know if you've ever saw it. I tweeted about it like when I was doing it, but it was like called the Want Squad and like TLS Gaming. I don't know if you ever saw either of those, but they were like YouTube channels I was doing for like work.
I remember
Uh,
hearing that you were doing a lot of work for a company, a social media company.
yeah, yeah. And then I ended up posting like towards the end of 2022. I ended up posting the Frenzy and Prof documentary,
Hmm.
which just kind of did like numbers for me back then. It was like 5,000, 4,000 views or something, and that was better than like anything we had posted on YouTube for my company. Like not my company, the company that I was working for. And so I kind of told my boss at the time. It's a very small company. It was like 5 people. So it was really like tight knit, and the boss was really chill. We'd drunk together and stuff. Like it was really nice vibes. I like everyone there. They were absolutely lovely. So I just went to my boss and was like, "Yeah, do you want to just like hire me and we can work out some kind of like cooperative business like stake thing where like you fund me and I'll just do this and you can have like a stake, I guess." So I kind of like this is like I kind of public knowledge to anyone who knows me, but my YouTube channel is kind of in a stake situation where a guy has funded me to like get my channel off the ground, and now it's kind of a scenario where I'm funding myself,
Hmm.
um, and he helps me with like business stuff like taxes and sponsorships, trying to find sponsorships and stuff like that.
Hmm.
It's very weird, but yeah, that's where I've gotten to where I am now,
Damn.
which is doing it pseudo full time where I'm not really earning much, but I'm living with my mum, so I can afford to not earn much. uh,
That's
which
not,
is fun to say, I guess, in a horrible but not that bad kind of way.
I mean, it's what you want to do for now. I assume so. It's fine to do.
Yeah, I mean, I do genuinely really enjoy it. I generally love like making this stuff for Melee, and like my hope is that I can just like get big enough that I can make things about whatever really, and I want to just like cover all the silly little stories that I've seen around Europe and UK and just
Hmm.
talk about whatever I want and bring light to that kind of stuff because I just love I love like my favorite videos are stuff like the Fate Free documentary,
Hmm.
um the Frenzy Prof documentary I still love to this day, even though it's my like first documentary I did.
Is that your
Like
favorite
yeah,
video, do you think?
pardon.
Is that your favorite video that you've made?
Uh, oof. It's I don't know what my favorite video is actually. It might be uh, it's either the Zane. No, it's either the Zane one that just the Zane Cody one I just did. So I genuinely love that video. Um, I was really passionate about it, and so I really like that video. Either that one, the Pipsqueak one, or the Frenzy Prof one. One of those three are my favorite videos.
Do you have any plans to expand into doing other games or other types of content that are like melee related in the future?
Um, yeah, I've got a second channel that I like just launched. It only has one video on at the moment, but I'm gonna like try and stream more and upload that kind of stuff because I do really like streaming.
Okay.
And making documentaries all the time is like a bit burnout fuel.
Yeah, just somewhere to like when you're tired of doing one thing, just to release everything else somewhere else.
Yeah, like it's hard to talk about melee all the time. Uh, I'm currently like even a bit right now like I don't know what I should do next because I'm kind of feel like I'm a little bit out of what I want to talk about. I don't really have anything I'm particularly
You gotta pull
you
up
know
some like 2018 beef or something. You gotta bring
yeah
something out.
it's not great. I do want to expand stuff by the moment, but I feel like it's scary to do as a like YouTuber that's like making money off it, right? Like if I post something that's completely unrelated to melee, I'm gonna get fucking cooked by the algorithm.
Yeah.
Uh, so I need to make something for Nintendo adjacent.
Do you wanna?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's weird. You gotta play around with it for a
I'll
bit.
get to 100k. I'll get to like a million subs, and I'll hard pivot into an anime YouTuber. I just
So
need to like get better at writing because I genuinely love fucking talking about anime, but I just can't like get my thoughts on paper about it.
the spring 2025 anime predictions
Yeah,
coming up.
exactly.
Gonna start making your own like anime podcasts as well.
Yeah, I'll be the next trash taste from UK or whatever. Like, I'll find another fellow weebs. I'll get Hassan on.
Yeah, you Hassan and like Frenzy or something.
Yeah, we just
All
start
our
weebing it up.
podcasts. What is the second channel, by the way, if you want to plug it?
Oh, it's just like Chaler Live. It's yeah, it's just that. I'm gonna. That's where I plan on pitching it through the Arcadia video. I'm gonna upload it there, not the main channel,
Okay.
and that'll get people to go there. Is the plan. I'll be like,
Siphon,
oh, I want to
siphon
watch
off
that.
all them views from your own success.
Sorry.
Get all the views from your own success.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I gotta cash in somehow.
Going back a little bit, you mentioned that you started streaming more in COVID. How was your like COVID? Both like how did it affect your melee and also your like general like social life?
Oh, it was so. I didn't get to enjoy COVID like some people did. Some people like got to like they had a job, they got like to work from home, or they got to like just chill at home doing not working, and it was
Hmm.
like, damn, that's cool. I was in uni, so I had to finish my dissertation. I didn't get to enjoy my last year of uni, which sucked.
Yeah.
I didn't get to graduate with my friends at the time, which sucked. Uh, and then I worked delivery. Oh no, actually, I worked stock taking, which was not done in by the pandemic, and that was miserable for like 3 months. So that sucked. And I had delivery driving, which wasn't that bad in the pandemic because like food delivery and stuff, there was no one on the road, so there was no traffic. It was pretty chill.
Hmm.
Uh, it was actually kind of profitable at that moment. But yeah, it was pretty fucked. COVID kind of sucked. Like just in general, you just can't see people. Um,
True.
it was all pretty miserable. There was
How
a
did
lot of stuff going on at the time with my ex-wife and her family were going through a lot of troubles of loss of family members and stuff like that. So yeah,
hmm.
it was pretty rough.
Did how was like the social with Bournemouth Melee? Because I know quite a few communities sort of died in COVID, but also a lot of them like kind of thrived. Like UK Melee kind of popped off a little bit, and then they spawned their own little servers, and they're trying like little like servers now, basically just all from COVID. But
um, we were pretty good at the time. That period of Bournemouth Melee is probably like one of my favorites. Just because it was like I'm really close friends with Bomboni and Nadia, and that was when they were both in Bournemouth.
mm,
And I love them to death. Like, Nadia was like one of my pure like sanity pieces in COVID because I was like that was she was like one of the people like had isolation, I guess, buddies with, so she would come over all the time, and that was like really nice. And during COVID, I think we weren't too bad. Like we were all just chatted. And I don't think uh we didn't like meet up that much or anything, but we used the Discord enough, and we ran some net play weeklies like most people do. And I think when we came back from COVID, we didn't really lose anyone because luckily people who were in their last year of uni that left, I think we lost like maybe one or two people, but like most of them lived in Bournemouth,
mm.
so it wasn't that big of a deal
Yeah, so you
for
could
the
just
uni
see them,
graduation.
and you probably adore like seeing them and hung out enough in person that
Yeah,
you could still do that.
yeah. Like when it like the pure isolation stuff was over, we were able to like have meets around people's houses, like my house or others and stuff like that. So yeah, we ran some like improvement sessions and stuff like that. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. We didn't really suffer. We didn't really thrive. Uh, yeah, it was pretty neutral, I'd say.
How was it getting back from COVID? 'Cause I know Bournemouth had some issues with venues at points around about that time.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. We found the bag of holding cafe, which was nice. And yeah, we got a few new members as well, which was cool. Liam, L1AM came in. Haley also partly started attending. So we got a few new people, and we lost. We found new people, and then we had a few weeks of Bomboni and Nadia and that before they ended up leaving.
Hmm.
But yeah, once we found that venue, it was pretty cool. I love that venue. Bag of Holding was really nice, actually.
That was the cafe one, right?
Yeah, it was really nice. It was really good for a local. The food was great. Like it smelled very greasy. But outside of that, it was great. So yeah, we were pretty chill when we came back from COVID. It was nice. It was generally pretty nice time.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice venue. It had like it was it was a bit small, but it was also like quite homely, and you had some stuff near and a nice little couch inside. It was
Yeah,
all
it
really
was pretty
chill.
chill. Yeah, the people inside were pretty nice as well. You got good vibes. They still did one of the best burgers I've had there. Like so they did this like brie like no, they did, like this blue cheese and chili jam burger, and it was so good.
There's the
Fucking
grease coming in.
delicious. Oh man, just wish I had that burger bag.
I
Gotta
don't
miss her.
bring up, but I can fix her.
I can fix it. Yeah, and now Bag of Holdings. I think it's a gay bar actually, which is pretty cool.
That's a melee menu if I've ever heard of
Yeah,
one.
that's a hard one. Yeah.
I don't know how much you've been doing since you kind of moved back from. I think you were Central Bournemouth, right? For a bit.
Yeah, I lived in Central Bournemouth. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much TO work you've been doing since then, but how is the scene now? Are they still doing locals and stuff like that?
Yeah, we've moved to. I still do quite a lot of TO work. I'd say. Still I still like work with my business partner band that I mentioned earlier, who I work in their office still sometimes. That's where I record as well, which is
Mm,
nice. So I got there, and then I will go to the locals afterwards, and I stayed for uh, for like since probably last year. Like I'd stay at L1AM Liam's place after the locals, and I would go home the next day. And it's pretty chill. So I did still did a lot of TO work. I'm still the head TO, I guess. But I think Bournemouth's got a cool culture. I think, which I've tried really hard to uh motivate, and that's like to get everyone involved in it. And I think that's just because I want to be able to like leave if I ever want to, and I would want to make sure the team won't crumble.
yeah.
So I haven't actually attended the local for the longest I think period I've ever done, which is like 5 or something weeks. I haven't attended since Arcadia, which was um yeah about
ho-
4 weeks about four
Yeah.
weeks now.
About 4 months, like a
So I've just
monthish,
been
yeah.
yeah, I've just been ill and miserable, and so it's been really hard to get up. So I haven't been able. I didn't want to go because I've just been ill and then work and then ill. Really unlucky.
It does seem like a
It's
really
been
good
fine.
scene. Every time that I've like seen you lot at tournaments, you all seem to like hang together and seem like not just like melee people, just like you're all like actual like in-person friends, and you've
Yeah,
gone to a lot of like stuff like outside the country as well together.
yeah. I definitely like tried to build that culture of like traveling and stuff and all that, and it's getting a little trickier now because me and Erin and Alfie were the main drivers. Alfie doesn't attend as much. Erin's obviously mainly in Cardiff,
Hmm.
uh, and I'm not around as much as I was, so it's like hard for me to like. I'm being a bit consumed by the content grind at the moment, so attending's like not as high on my priority list. So getting Bournemouth to tournaments is a little bit trickier now, but luckily there are still some drivers,
Yeah,
and Haley's learning to drive, so they'll be okay.
that's
And
a
Ant's down there now as a good like senior figure of the
he's
scene, you know.
he's only like 22 or something, isn't he?
He's married. What do you mean?
Oh, true, true, true. You're
He's
right. He's one of the few
he's
married people in melee.
yeah, he's chilling. He's a great. I'm glad he came. I'm glad he's there. You know him and Ollie's kind of Zoff has taken over a little bit of TO role and stuff. Yeah, we reckon they're all kind of cooking. I think if I were to leave and not come back tomorrow, they'd probably be fine. Uh,
Yeah, and I
and so
think like
that's really cool.
they did well with Battleborn 2, which is quite a bit ago now ish, but like
Yeah,
still really good
December.
entrance for that. I think you got about 40 something for it, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember exactly. I don't think we were just like just short of the cap or something. I think, but
Yeah.
yeah, we did pretty well. Erin obviously helped run that, even though she wasn't there.
Mm.
She came down to run it, which was cool.
Yeah,
And
and
just
I
get to like halfway through that.
it's nice to have. You have a good amount of people there, and also, as Southwest and Wales are kind of growing a bit together, people are starting to drive and go a little bit more. So
Mm,
convince people to like come down to Bournemouth. is something that we can always
Yeah.
probably like do. Like I managed
My
to.
kryptonite is that I hate hosting big tournaments. I just like literally hate hosting regionals and stuff. I just like it's not for me. I'm
It's a
not.
lot more work.
It's yeah. It's not even like a lot of work. It's just like that extra bit on my mind that I really don't like. So it's my kryptonite. I'm not a big regional person. I'm a big local TO lover. Uh, but I could see some stepping up. Like our local venue could easily be a regional venue. I was even debating it. I hit up Ghoul to like see if they would bring TVs and stuff, and they were down and stuff. But I just really just didn't have the brain power to sort one out. It's really fucking easy to do as well. I'm just
It's just the stress of money most of the time covering venue.
yeah. I need to just teach people how to do a regional tournament, and then they can do it themselves. But like yeah, I basically just cultivate. I feel like I've cultivated this like everyone's a TO home invite. We had like a meme back in like the first year of Bournemouth, I think, or like second year, where like on Twitter everyone had head TO in their Twitter bio. Um, and it's kind of like become true now, where I think like I've just harassed everyone into like helping pack up and like helping run brackets when I need to. I'll just like, I'll just be like, if we're packing up, I'm like, and someone's standing around, I look at them and I'm like, not gonna help, do it, get a TV, get a table, something like just. And now it's just become habit. So yeah, I think it's pretty good.
I think it's really good to just do in general because a lot of people like even if they getting their own setups, like most of them have no idea how to operate a hacked way or a CRT. Most of them haven't fucking
Yeah.
seen a CRT before, so, so you gotta like assure them everything. And all
Yeah.
the weird little shit that CRTs have, like how when it's turned on, the light is red, but when it's no, when it's on standby, the light is red, and when it's off, the light TV is on, which is
Mm.
really strange. I counterintuitive.
It is odd.
Getting back to the weep stuff, would you
Oh
rather
yeah.
have the Death Note or Lucius Gias?
Wait, yeah, Lucius Gias probably. I don't think I want to kill anyone.
Or you don't think you're gonna go power mad with the Gias?
um, no, wait. Actually, I guess because oh, maybe it'd be bad then, because like Kogias spoilers, he loses control of it like later in the series. I think he uses it too much.
You
So
start
like,
losing your vision.
if well, he doesn't lose his vision, it's not like
Oh
Itachi.
yeah, no,
Like,
he
he just like can't turn it off. So it's like whenever he talks to someone, he like would command them, I guess. And
yeah.
the only way to solve it is through magic contact lenses, which aren't really explained, but they're like magic contact lenses, which we assume we wouldn't have in this on this planet. So,
I thought it was just
uh,
he that as long as like his eyes don't have direct contact, it's fine.
yeah, I just don't wear an eye, but then both your eyes become fit and you're fucked, and you just can't, and you can't look at people.
True.
You have to wear like, I guess you could wear like sunglasses all the time. That would kind of work actually. That'd be fine. Yeah. Oh, Lucius Gias. That'd be pretty dope.
But you can control people with a Death Note, so it is a pseudo Gias
You
technically.
never kill them.
True.
And I'm not. I'm not. I don't think I could have it. Even if they're like a really evil person, I don't know if I could have it on my. I don't know if I have the balls to have it on my conscience. Like to be like, yeah, this person die.
You just instead command them to pack up that CRT and
I
run
could
a
tell them
regional.
to be a good person. I could
T-
like look Putin in the eye and be like, stop war.
Tell Nomad to stop getting mad at Marth.
I could go back in time and tell him I just played Guilty Gear years earlier, and he'd be a happier person.
True.
It
What
was
would you?
so funny. I don't know if this is like a story, but like we were, I think we were at like, oh yeah, we were at Valhalla. Me, Max, Bomboni, and and Nomad were there, and uh, Max like Bomboni heard was watching him compete in Guilty Gear and was just like seeing him lose, and then like heard him talk after he lost. And he was like, he came up to me and was man, Tom should have played Guilty Gear years ago. He was talking and he didn't complain once about a character. He's so much happier playing that game, bro. He should have quit Melee years ago. It's so funny.
What would you say is your top three anime?
Top three anime, pretty easy. Kogi S,
Okay.
um, uh, Kogi S and Gurren Lagann, I think are like my tied one. Um, big fan of both of those shows. Kogi S is like my kind of teenage edgy love. I just it's I've rewatched it all recently with a friend. Um,
Hmm.
God, it's got some flaws, that's for sure.
Oh, it definitely does, but
It's like definitely a very nonsensical at points. I remember it being this absolutely flawless story, but like it's super nonsensical at points. There's definitely stuff that just happens. The pacing is fucking atrocious sometimes. It just flies through, and like the fan service is a bit egregious. But yeah, I still love it. One of probably the best ending in any show I've ever watched in my life.
yeah,
Um,
no, it's a very complete ending. I don't know why they had
yeah,
to make that fucking movie afterwards.
yeah, and nothing has made me weep like Kogi. Yes, I think I've never watched a piece of media and I literally like needed a box of like literally a box of tissues afterwards because I'm like snot crying. Like I was like 14, like I just go downstairs, I'm like bawling my eyes out, and Mum's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I just need some tissue." That's just like yeah, that's just how it went. Kogias, Gurren Lagann is just fucking sick, just like an amazing piece of sci-fi, and it looks brain dead on the surface, but it's
Oh,
like genuinely a really complete universe of a genuinely really solid system of power that works very like within its own rules, and it's really really
mm.
cool when you actually like deep it. Um, and it's dope. I think Gurren Lagann is just fucking sick and has a lot of really cool morals, and it's just fucking fun.
Oh yeah, the fucking like the art style of it is really good.
Yeah, yeah. I rewatched that recently as well. I rewatched Gurren Lagann as well recently. Both of them within the past couple of months of this year, and like Gurren Lagann holds up way better than Kogies in my opinion, but I still like
Yeah,
Kogies as much.
besides from the like
uh,
even more egregious fan service.
yeah, I think Gurren Lagann you can like justify it in a weird way because like the fan service like it is throughout the whole series, and Yoko is like the subject of it, right? If
Mm,
you've like gone for it, but like a lot of it at the start is like I think intentional because like a weirdly you can kind of justify it being it's obviously horny, but it's also like you're viewing the series through the main character's eyes, and like he's a young child who's like distracted by this hot girl who's appeared in front of him, and he's so distracted by it that he gets spoiler alert gets another character killed, and like he's so like distraught about this girl that he like literally gets someone who's important to him killed. It's like fucking crazy. But I don't know. I can kind of justify it. Cook, yes, you can't.
yeah, yeah. There's I'd rather see Lush do his like fucking chess moves with the giant mechs than just some random bit of ass.
Yeah, just a random bit. There's a lot of that. A Kogi ass. It really is ass. There's a lot of ass shots. My third favorite show is Steins Gate, which
What a show.
is the best piece of time travel fiction I've ever watched in my life. I think it's so good.
Had
S-
that and its sequel, I think, have like some of the best endings of
I
any anime
haven't
I ever watched.
watched Zero. What do you know what Steins Gate Zero?
Yeah, Sounds Good Zero.
Oh, I haven't watched Steins Zero.
Ze-
I
I,
sh-
Zero's like a lot slower than the original, but it has
yeah.
just as good of an ending, I
Oh,
think.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give it a watch at some point. But like, yeah, no, Sunscape is amazing. It's so good. I fucking love it. It's kind of aged a little bit poorly because it's very weeby. Uh,
Very.
if you know what I mean, like it's so weeby.
With like Ferris and like the maid cafe.
Yeah,
And also like the little like
the main
idol like
character goes like toot
references.
all the time, and it's like,
Ocarine.
yeah, it's like extremely like one of the main characters like frequents 4chan, like it's so fucking weeby and like like but like if you get past it, there's like a fucking amazing story.
I'm surprised I haven't seen like more similar like time travel like anime out there. I feel like there aren't that many. It's just kind of Steins Gate on its own.
Yeah, like there are stories that incorporate time travel, but like none do it like as like perfectly as Steins Gate does, where I
Hmm.
literally can't find a flaw in it in terms of its time travel like mechanic, I guess.
Yeah.
um I mean Attack on Titan has time travel technically.
Yeah, that whole
But that's
bullshit,
still
yeah.
like a bit fucky.
That's very fucky.
Yeah.
It just isn't explained at all.
I mean it's like explained, but it's not like
Doesn't make any
yeah,
sense.
it's and it's also a bit like uh what's the term? You have like paradoxes and stuff, and
Oh,
it's
just
like
like not like
weird.
no,
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
can't
feel
think
like truly. It does feel quite 16. It feels like very good. I still think it's really good, but yeah, yeah, it's still a bit weird. Uh,
getting a
Yeah.
bit more back on to the melee stuff. We talked about your first demon, some of your biggest
Oh yeah.
rivals,
Yeah,
but
those
who is
rivals.
probably the most influential player in your like career and journey throughout melee?
Um, well, obviously Biss is up there.
Hmm.
He's appeared as both my bracket demon and the like person who only person I can play with for ages, and that, and I've been a good friend the whole time. I think in terms of like pure like pure melee influence, it's probably Bomboni.
Okay.
Um, just because like he showed up in Bournemouth and was like, and I was like, damn, this is how good someone could be, and like we played so much, and like he just like believed in me the whole time, and it was like he's always like had faith that I could be really good, but like I just never like really delivered on being really good. But but yeah, he's like been super influential for me. Watching him play and watching him compete has always been so like mesmerizing and motivating. Like when I was taking him to tournaments throughout all of like the second year of uni, it was one of my favorite times playing melee. It was so fun, and I like peaked at like regen, uh, in
Is that the one
regen
where you beat Frenzy?
the one we beat Frenzy, yeah,
Yeah.
which is probably the most joy I've felt for another human being. Like in that, in like a moment, like I just watched, like I was physically shaking so much during that game 5. Like,
You watch this
like,
bald little kid that you've been traveling with, playing melee for ages with,
we were,
finally do it.
yeah, like it was so fucking sick watching that. Like, genuinely, like, oh my god, it was easily one of my favorite moments I've had playing the game. Like, God, yeah. I was so like, yes, my fucking that's my guy up there. And then like, and we'd just been fucking dicking around in the Airbnb like 12 hours beforehand or something.
He's
It
such a
was sick.
lovely guy.
Yeah, no, I love Max to death. He is easily up there.
Yeah, no,
Probably influential person.
as yeah, and also just like I think probably one of the best like UK melee people in general. Like, he's so nice. He's
Yeah.
supportive for everyone. Just he needs to travel more again now.
He's just, yeah, I mean, he's found his peace with the game, I think, like putting
Yeah.
a lot into it. Like after that frenzy win, I think it really like uh he got top 10 in the UK or whatever, and then I think he didn't deal well with like the pressure of expectation on him, and he
Hmm.
realized he didn't want to like be that. I guess he didn't want to be like that good and like be that constantly like that. Then he's now way more like relaxed with the game, um, and he kind of understands what he wants from it now, and I think that's a lot better.
Yeah, I know he made a very like thought out like post a few years ago about like quitting from competing and retiring for a bit, and
Yeah,
he seemed to like just come back for the stuff he wants, but he
yeah,
was very
way
happy at the
healthier
stuff I
now.
saw him at.
Yeah, he's way healthier now of it than he was like I don't know 2019 to 2020, like in the post frenzy win.
Yeah, there's like the post like top player drought where
Yeah,
once you like beat someone really good that you're working towards, like okay, it's just there's either
yeah,
just another step you just have to then slog it out for it, then it's like where do I go from here really?
yeah.
And there's just a
I think
mountain to
so.
climb afterwards, which after you've done it quite a few times is just
Mm,
rough to do.
yeah, but going on the journey with him up to like the frenzy win was like easily like one of my favorite periods of playing this game. Like genuinely so cool, fun, traveling to places with him and doing all that stuff, and him coming around my house all the time playing. Just jokes. Watching him get PR'd for the first time was so fun. Like we were like all around my house watching the PR reveal, and we fucking see him come up, and we're just like yelling at the TV, like, "Let's go!"
Well, all of this faith in you seems to have kind of paid off with the recent Arcadia performance.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Do you want
so
me to talk about it?
yeah, like I saw the my tag on, so I'm assuming you've gotten some sort of coaching and prepared for it.
My isn't the coach. My is something that's going over everyone's heads because it's such like personal fit. It's just it's the initials of my brothers, so it's Malcolm. Uh, it can also apply for my mum as well, because it might could be like Mum Malcolm. But yeah, it's like Malcolm, Archie, Anthony, Isaac is like my 4 brothers.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I just thought I wanted to rep my family roots in there somewhere. So I was like, that's why the tag I always wear,
I did see it
essentially.
in an old VOD that I was looking through, and I was like, surely you did know my back by then,
Yeah,
back then.
because I've had it for ages. Like I just wanted to have a tag that was like really short as this thing, and I was like, yeah, this works. I want to rep, you know, just
The
rep the family in there somewhere.
family. Vin Diesel will be proud.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, but I did get coaching. I did get coaching before the tournament. Still,
Frenzy?
yeah, frenzy.
Yeah.
Um, we had a agreement for he helps me with the tournament, and then I'm making a video about it, so I'm plugging his coaching, and
Oh,
yeah, he helped me out.
that's how you got it.
Yeah, yeah,
The
I couldn't
deals.
afford him. It was a paid and exposure type deal.
He
But
hasn't
also,
learned yet.
I was very upfront with him about it. I was like, I can't afford this. Do you want to do this? And he was super down. He was super chill with it. And I didn't extort his time or anything. We had very moderate coaching sessions. It wasn't like every week or anything. It was like I think we had like 5 sessions total, maybe in 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you grinding the game a lot around then?
Um. Yeah. I mean, I have a whole. I literally documented from. So I decided I wanted to make a video about it when I knew it was getting announced. I was like, I want to. I've always wanted to like, you know, give it my all, just grind for something like this. And I
Have
was
your
like,
PPMD moment.
yeah, I guess like just grind for a tournament and show up and just see how well I do and just like really give it my all because I think like it's taken a long time for me to truly realize how you actually improve at the game, and I feel like I'm finally at the point where like putting in time yields appropriate results.
Hmm.
Whereas before I just didn't know how to put in the time or like how to learn or anything like that, and I would grind for hours for no avail. um,
It takes a long time to kind of figure out what works with you, I think, because what works
Yeah,
when you
I
start the
never tried
game.
to be good at anything really other than Yu-Gi-Oh before
Mhm.
Melee, and I think Yu-Gi-Oh was just like my autistic like 10-year-old obsession that I was
You
just
can
like
get
really good
so
at.
good when you're young, and then
Yeah,
it
I
gets
just
later,
like
like it doesn't take it takes longer now.
yeah, I just didn't really like to have to try to learn Yu-Gi-Oh. I thought it was just very natural to me. Card games in general just kind of I feel like are a very natural ingrained talent in my head. uh, but yeah, no, fighting games not as much. So I was like I really want to do this. I decided to make a video like around early February, late January, something around there. I just like I want to do this. I pitched to Frenzy like like mid January, like after Crescendo. Wait, no, Crescendo was January, right?
Kushina was January, yeah.
Yeah, so it was January. I decided to do it. Yeah, because I was like, the style of my script has me. I wrote it out and I was like, I'm gonna go to Crescendo. That's my Crescendo's like my in my documenting of the video. Crescendo is my like bar, I guess. That's like I go there and that's like what can I achieve at the start with no practice.
Mm.
And then from there, I was like, I got a friend's lesson like the week or two after. We arranged a schedule that I can do in my working day. I can't like ditch my whole video making process. I still made the 1.5 hour documentary the whole time before that. uh, yeah, I was able to practice probably like an hour to half an hour, maybe 5 days a week.
Okay.
Um, Nothing more than that though. I don't think I was. Maybe some days I practiced 2 hours. There were some days where I got like a little bit absorbed in ranked, and I would grind a little like for like 2 hours or something. But yeah, I never practiced more than like half an hour to an hour each day. It was really just minimal. Just really, we targeted the things that I wanted to work on.
Yeah. Did
Um,
you have anything specific like that you kind of aimed to do when you got to Arcadia, or was it just I want to just see how far I can go?
I wanted to get top 8 or win. I was like,
Oh, okay.
I looked at the field. I was looking at the field. I was like looking. Whenever I decided to do the video, I wouldn't have decided to do the video if it was unrealistic for me to even win the tournament.
Hmm.
Because I think that would have been like the hypest goal. And I looked at everyone in the field, and I was like, there is no one here that I don't think I can beat, or I haven't like come close with, or like there was no one at that tournament where I was like, if I play against them, I'm done. It's a write off. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like everyone, I was like, I can beat them. So at that point, I was like, I can win the tournament. Like, there's nothing stopping me if I can beat everyone. And I think that's
Until
just like
Decipher happened.
I don't
Uh,
even think Cypher was that out of the ballpark. Like, if you watch the games 1 and 3, they're both close. Like,
yeah, no, and he also
possibly
like
game 2.
Liam also brought him really close as well.
Yeah, no,
Like
yeah,
he definitely was unstoppable, but there was he was playing very well that day.
yeah, no, I like, yeah, I definitely didn't feel bad losing to him. Like he was my probably like my low-key favorite to win
Yeah,
going
no,
into it.
if it wasn't for like I think my top three were like Peddler, Nep, and Decipher I had to
Mm,
kind of win it all.
yeah, yeah. I think Decipher was definitely like my like sleeper or like my pick, I guess. If I was to do the sweepstakes and not pick myself.
What was the most fun set of that day to play?
Um, God, what's the most fun set? Fun set to play. Fun set to play.
Or one you're most proud of?
I think the one I'm most proud of is weirdly enough, the Miam King set and loses round one, which is like an odd answer, but it's like I lost to Biss and winners round one.
Hmm.
Um, in I beat his DK flat out. Like me and him play fucking DK once. I'm really good at the DK matchup. I just know how to. I've been traumatized by the fucking monkey for the years of my life.
Up air, up air, up air.
Not even unfair. No. So when I was like my first year of the game, I tell the story on comms all the time. Biss would just like take me, a young child, doesn't know how to play the game, and he would just cargo throw me on the battlefield and laugh at me. And he's just like, yeah, this is really funny. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. He wouldn't tell me how to attack. He never taught me how to attack. And so I just died. And then I get into uni, and Tony Bomboni comes in with his fucking green DK that he liked playing at the time and started wanting to money match me all the time with it. And like the same day he beats Frenzy, we go back to the Airbnb and he's like traumatizing me with his DK, and I finally beat his DK in a money match, and I like pop off and I'm like, let's fucking go. So yeah, I'm traumatized with that character. Anyway, I'm tangenting. I beat this is DK in round one of winners. Uh, and in game one, I beat it too hard that he switched in game two to his Samus. Um, and I was up 3 stocks to 1 on Dreamland game two, and I lost the game, and I got very tilted. And then on game three, I was up 4 stocks to 2, and I couldn't kill him. And then it was even, and then it was 2 stocks to 1, and I was losing, and I was like 80% on my last stock, and he was on two, and then he comes back and kills me, and I lose, and I'm like, wow. I want to die. I've spent 3 months grinding. I'm making a video about this
Just to play Biz again.
just to play Bisson, winners round one, and lose to the Samus that he doesn't even play anymore. He doesn't even practice, and I just not good enough to even beat this fucking Samus. And so that was ridiculous. I like. Okay, I might hear Samus proud of talking about this now because I'm remembering my minds of the day. It's like Miam King and Lum for this reason, because I lost to Biss and I went downstairs and I sat outside and I definitely teared up. I was really really upset at myself. I was like, fuck, I've thrown it, I bottled it. Like this run's gonna be like near impossible. There's too many killers in this tournament. Like I could maybe get top 8 or win through like winner's side, but loser's side is gonna be near impossible.
Hmm.
Um, I was just like really fucking down. Uh, had a little moment just to myself. Alex comes out R23, gives me a little mini pep talk, and I was like, that was pretty nice. You know, go back upstairs to my friends, and Haley gives me a great pep talk. Partly gives me an amazing pep talk. Who was being my camera person for the day, which was sick. Um, and I went straight back into it. Played Miam King, loses round one. This is why I'm so proud. Is that I went to lose round one Miam King. I get 3 stocked in game one. I was like, it's over. It's over. I'm done. I lost that game, and in that moment I was okay with dropping out. I was like, I'm okay with losing this tournament here. I guess I've done my best. There's nothing much I can do now. It's over. I've lost. Okay, whatever. Just gonna give it my best now. Just try not to lose. But like I'm okay. I think I was I like accepted my death in that moment. You know.
You like
And
put your head down on the block, close your eyes.
yeah, I was like Luffy on the thing getting executed. I was like, guys, I'm dead. And then I guess lightning metaphorically struck, and I somehow won. Uh, don't know how. Don't remember the set very well, but I won. I put it back, and I was like, what the fuck? But because I'd accepted my death, my nerves had gone,
Hmm.
and I think that like mindset shift from there just carried on throughout the day. And I just had to play And from there, I just played like way better. I didn't play
Yeah,
perfectly by any means, but I just played like way less nervous.
you're more the underdog because you're in losers as well. So that
Yeah.
takes some of the pressure off a little bit.
Yeah, I never really felt the pressure of like being the like person expected to win. I don't think I really ever felt that pressure. It was more like pressure I was putting on myself to win because of the video and the
Okay.
practice. So it was like, yeah, I think I just accepted that the worst result possible and was like, the nerves just left, and I was like, let's fucking cook, I guess. And so I just kept going, and I played great versus Mihao. Um, and then yeah, I played Lum, and I was like, oh, it's probably over here because I just lost to Bis's Samus. I'm gonna get absolutely cooked and tilted versus Lum. Then I played great, uh, and Lum didn't play very well, I don't think. So yeah, I just went, and I was like, let's go, I guess, cool. um, yeah, wild day,
Very wild.
very
You
wild day. I
and
think
who'd you play
yeah,
before Jez?
I played Boss Hog. I free Boss Hog to get into top eight.
Boss Hog, and then
Probably, I got very
yeah.
lucky. I am well aware of this. I was like talking about how there was so many killers and losers. I basically dodged all of them. uh, Somehow Nep, Tanky,
Uh,
everyone went to losers, and they were all on one
yeah,
side.
they were all on one side because
Yeah,
Tanky. I can't
Boss
remember
Hog
who
beat
Tanky lost to.
Tanky. Yeah, Boss Hog beat Tanky, so I should have had to play Tanky
Yeah,
to get top eight, but I had to play Boss Hog.
yeah, and Nep lost to Liam as well. Liam as well. So they
Yeah,
end up on the same side of losers having to play, and
yeah.
then
I mean, I should have just had to play Tanky, but I dodged Tanky and I got Boss Hog, which is like arguably the best thing for me because I'm so confident versus Captain Falcon.
yeah, you've had years experience, and then on the other side you
Yeah.
had like Will and Nep, who also like immediately killed each other on the other side.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I was just really, really lucky in that regard. But yeah, no, being boss or even Frio was like fucking insane. Yeah, that day was absolutely wild. Easily like uh the best moment of my career, melee career. So much fun. I nearly passed out after I beat boss hog. Literally, I like stood up and my blood rushed into my head. I like my eyes went blank for a second. I understand Wizrobe. I get it.
Just don't
Like
stand up in the chair. Don't stand
Hungry
up in the
Box,
chair.
like Hungry Box party. I get it. Like you pop off too hard, you just fucking you can go. Like I just I'd barely eaten. Like I was like, yeah, fucking oh my god. Yeah, I can't really get across like I'll probably rant emotionally about it in my video
Hmm.
uh afterwards because it definitely meant a hell of a lot to me. But yeah, beating Jez was really cool. I don't think I'll ever forget like I'll probably say it in the video, but I'll never forget like beating Bossog, turning around to the left and seeing like the whole of Bournemouth there cheering for me.
There was a big crowd all in that area for most of the sets
Yeah,
there. I
it
saw.
was so sick. Like I just won't forget that image. That image is seared into my brain. Like all of Bournemouth, of like fucking Biss, Chip, like all of them. It was fucking so sick. Just like God. Honestly, ah, I love that.
What a tournament.
Yeah, no, that top eight was great. Beating Jez was like the icing on the cake because I lost to him 2-0 that day. So like,
In pools, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I got rocked.
Also, I think beating Jez is just kind of funny as your Shayla as well.
In what way?
I don't know, just as you're both like very like, well, like Jez is like kind of like a big like, I guess kind of character in the scene,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I
and then
guess.
you have Shayla too, and you have Shayla
Shit
also.
TV.
I'm so used to saying it.
Oh, we did it. We did it. Yeah, no. Yeah, it was quite funny. It was quite funny, and the fact he got so tilted by people cheering for me.
Yeah, the crowd was kind of a little bit brutal that day, especially one particular person who was very loud on that day.
Eric was very loud. Uh,
Cash
but
Out
yeah,
was very
no.
loud.
Who
As a
was?
Cash Out.
Cash out. Cash out was very loud. Yeah, yeah. Cash out was very loud. Yeah, yeah. Good for them. It was I generally love like hype crowds, so like that just powered. I loved it. I loved hearing it.
Yeah, I'm glad we had it back a bit because I feel like we've missed it quite a bit since COVID. Like we don't really get them as much anymore. So I was kind
Yeah.
of worried that, especially because I went to New Wave 5 before this as a spectator, and there was no really crowd there. There was barely anything. There was a crowd for Cruise,
Mm,
but afterwards a bracket there wasn't really much. So I was pleased to see that there was a lot of a crowd for Arcadia.
Oh, really? It wasn't for New Wave. That's crazy. Yeah,
No,
I guess like it depends on like the vibe. I guess you had like more of. I feel like it was quite soon after COVID. New Wave 5 wasn't. It wasn't that soon actually. I guess it was only last year, wasn't it?
it was like a year and a half, I want to say,
Yeah.
after
But I don't know. I don't
COVID.
know what the difference is really. I can't really put my finger on it. Maybe it just was like
Different crowds, I just think, like different kind
yeah.
of vibes of the whole like tournament.
Also, like London, like if you're traveling up there and back in the day is brutal.
Yeah, most people
So a lot of
like kind
people
of
leave.
leave before top eight.
Yeah, a lot of people leave really early. Whereas like Bristol, people who are attending it, like Cardiff, or they have people housing them, or like it's not that far to travel for like a lot of the Southwest, which is like popping right now. So
Yeah, and you actually like have like some housing around there, unlike London.
yeah, yeah, no, yeah, beating Jazz. I think if I didn't beat Jazz, I wouldn't be as happy about the day. But like beating Jazz, like getting fifth is like sick.
Yeah, there's like the making top eight, like the Sparks and stuff, like getting just there and then getting like absolutely demolished by some top player who got in,
Yeah,
and then there's actually like making it like decently far in there to where you've like made your like claim on it.
yeah. I think if I'd lost to Jazz, it would have been like a oh I got a lucky bracket run to top eight.
Yeah,
But beating Jazz kind of like legitimized it a little bit. I think.
yeah, because just is a very very solid player, like easy one of the
Yeah.
contenders to win the whole thing.
Yeah, it definitely was. So like, yeah, beating him, I feel like made me feel more like, oh, I didn't just get lucky. I managed to beat this really good player.
Hmm.
So that was cool.
What are do you have any plans for like after Arcadia? Are you just taking it at a backseat and then maybe gonna come back at it again?
Yeah, I wanted to keep playing, and keep up my practice regimen because it was actually not that hard to keep up. But unfortunately, after Arcadia, I have been hit by the worst string of luck and illnesses possible. Like, God, I think like the past like month I've been ill like 2.5 weeks. It's fucking miserable. I've been so unlucky.
I know how you feel. I know how you feel.
Yeah, I know you're you as well. Yeah, I know it's fucking miserable. So
I
like,
passed it on before Arcadia.
yeah, no, I just caught like the worst string of illnesses, and I haven't been able to I haven't been able to look at screens, and like, yeah, like so I've been catching my work because obviously self-employed. I need to get
You need to
videos
pay
out
the
or I
bills.
starve. Universal credit can only save me so much. So yeah, I've been I'm currently in crunch mode now because I just got better. So now I'm like, oh, I've got to crunch before I go to. Well, I guess this is my plans for Melee. I'm going to Gommel in 2 weeks, so
True. Are you
I
going on
got
the
one.
cruise tournament after? Or the cruise thing?
Yeah, I'm going to the boat party, which will be really fun. Um,
That'd
yeah,
be a sick
no,
event.
that'll be sick. But yeah, I haven't really planned to play Melee because I've just been grinding this video out. That should come out before Gommel.
Is it just
So,
you going from Bournemouth, or is there a little group that you've
I'm
got
going
together?
with just Liam, who's been kind enough to actually like fund me going.
Oh, okay, that's lovely.
Yeah, yeah. He's just he told he had a car. Well, we're really close friends. Like I stayed over his house like every week, and like, just really we just got we've gotten really close over the past couple of years. So he's a very close friend now. So I think yeah, he just wanted to see what he knows how important it is for me to get to America for content stuff, like reasons
True.
like meeting people and like just building those relationships up is like so important. Like I want to be able to be like, oh yeah, yo, like I was friendly enough with like people from America who came up with Fate Free, like J Mook and Zane and stuff. Like we were having conversations and chilling and chatting and stuff, and got fairly familiar. But like it's hard to do when you can only see them like once a year.
Yeah, there's like, oh, this is that guy that I remember, like, from that Fate 3. And then you
Yeah,
soon
and I
become
want
like, just like, what are the guys?
I want to establish that like yeah I like them. I'm not trying to like if I want to ask them to do like content with me, I'm not trying to like exploit them for like content growth. I just want like this cool person to cop on and that like I know a lot of people enjoy and has experience making content. So like it's just like that kind of vibe. I hate using the word networking, but it kind of is.
Yeah, you just want
But
to
like
farm them in in the hacked melee again.
that was so fun. That was
Prof
so
got
much
so
fun.
mad.
Prof was so I loved Prof. Prof was the best part of that. He was so pissed. He's like, do it again, go again. I'm like, no, get fucked. It was great. Yeah, no, Prof
Uh,
was fun. I think Prof and like Triff was really fun as well. Actually, Triff was surprised me. He was really fun. Akla was really fun. They were actually all great sports.
Yeah,
They were all great sports.
I think even like people that you may be like a bit wary of, like I think Aklo, especially like seeing him like a bit from outside, he can kind of seem like a little bit intimidating stuff. But like when I met him in person, he's really lovely
Oh, he's so nice.
to be
Yeah,
with.
he was staying like really close where we were in Phase 3, and I saw him like day one, and we just walked all the shop and chatted and stuff. And it was like, yeah, it was really nice. Lovely guy, lovely guy. Jake was lovely. Yeah, Jake was really nice. As nice as everyone says he is.
Ah,
Um,
speaking of majors, you've traveled around quite a bit for European tournaments. What events have you gone and what are some of your like highlights and favorite moments?
um, Fate 3 is my favorite tournament of all time. I think. I love Fate 3. I think Fate 3 is just such a special tournament,
Oh, I
and
love
we're never gonna get to
Pontins.
experience it again because
Oh,
Pontins is
we
so.
can bring it back. We can bring it
Yeah,
back.
we should buy it.
You know how like they had
Buy
like
the land.
the fundraiser for Evo back in like 2013? We'll have that for the
Yeah,
Pontins venue.
we should have a fundraiser for make our own melee village, and
Like
we
the
can
Olympic
take
villages.
we can take the we can make our own independent state in the UK in Pontins.
Which
That'd be
country are you
fun.
from? LA, UK.
Melee, I'm from Pontins, UK. Yeah, no, that's like amazing. I love that tournament. I think that I wish Awakening was still a tournament series. That was so fun. I loved Awakening 5.
Where
Uh
was Awakening?
Germany.
Oh,
Yeah. Just outside of Munich.
hmm. I just
Like
have
a little.
the only. Well, I guess have had some bigger stuff recently. Well, they've got that new thing,
Yeah, they got a
SAFT,
new one coming
SAFT.
up. Yeah, yeah. But it's in like December. I don't really want to go to Germany in December or like winter.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking
There's a country I picture in
expensive.
my mind as being sunny. I want to go when it's warm. Yeah. I think like I'm going Festa again this year. Festa's sick. Gonna go
Y-
Festa.
You went Festa last year, right?
Yeah, it's so much fun. Not really a melee tournament though in my brain.
Oh yeah, it's just like a fucking island. You're like, it's just like some reality TV show on an island. Is my
Yeah,
like perception of it.
yeah, pretty much. It's just like a bunch of smashers having a nice fun time on an island. Yeah, I think I played like 5 hours of melee the whole week. Like
Did
maybe.
did you get to play with Drunk Armada there?
No, I didn't. No, no. I got to chat to him a bit. We had like that was like really funny because we had like pseudo accidental beef before I went to Festa
Wait, what?
because Armada was like reacting to a bunch of people's videos on his channel, and
Hmm.
like I was just like, this is being credited so poorly. So I made like a post subtweeting it basically. I didn't at him because I was like, this is not gonna get any traction. I just wanted to vent. And I was like, man, Armada's fucking not crediting people at all. It's like really piss poor. Like it's not in the title. It's not in the description. It's not in like the description. It's like Metafile and toppling his fucking description. Like it's terrible. Uh, uh, crediting. It doesn't say what the video is before in the start of the video. It doesn't tell people to go subscribe to the channel. It's just shit. And I got really mad. And I prevented, and then the tweet kind of blew up, and then he DM'd me. So
Ugh.
yeah, we had like it wasn't like beef, but it was like I just like kind of vented, and it got to him. It got to him,
It's
and
just
then he was
really
like,
awkward.
yeah, and I was like, I didn't mean like, but then he approached it really nicely and was like, yeah, I want to improve. How can you tell me what I can do? And he corrected me on some of the stuff I said. Some of the stuff I said was just wrong. Um, uh, and yeah, and then we just like kind of talked out, but it was still a bit awkward. But I think we're pretty chill now.
Y-
But I did feel a little bit bad because I kind
Was
of just like subtweeted it, and I didn't mean to.
was that your first time like meeting him in person?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's awkward. Hey, I'm
We
the
had
guy
kind
you
of
argued with on Twitter, but
yeah, we didn't really argue. We were just kind of like chatting it out, and like and then he actually it did work. I was kind of right. I felt vindicated because he improved his crediting, and then afterwards the video that he watched got way more views, and so it's like I was right. I was right, but like I felt bad. Uh, so I didn't feel too comfortable talking to him at Festa, but we did, we chatted.
you've been to Valhalla. Have you been to a French tournament?
No, I've never been to a French tournament. France puts me off.
Classic English.
Yeah, yeah. Something about going to France. I've been to France so much. Like I went to France a lot as a kid, so like France isn't like up there on my I really want to go here uh
Hmm.
kind of thing.
Oh,
I want to go to like the Nordic countries. I want to go to like, I want to go to like sauna at one point or
yeah,
something.
there's sauna in Finland.
Yeah.
Sweden and Norway haven't had anything, and then you have Valhalla in Denmark, which you went to.
Yeah, yeah. I like Denmark was so cool. Denmark was sick. I really liked Copenhagen.
Right,
So yeah.
is it that expensive?
Uh, I don't think it's that expensive. I spent a bit too much at 7-Eleven. You know how like Japanese 7-Elevens are like
I've heard it's really good.
like Japanese 7-Elevens are like crazy. Like apparent like Denmark's ones are like close to equivalent. Like I watched a lot of Sea Dog VA, and he like went to Denmark, and he was commenting on how like the 7-Elevens there were as like good, and so I went there. I got a bit too obsessed with like the chicken skewers they did in
I've heard the
Copenhagen.
chicken there is actually really nice.
Oh my god, the chicken skewers were so good. I got obsessed. I had a chicken skewer and like a coffee every morning, and then on the way back to the apartment, I had another chicken skewer and like a hot chocolate. So I got back and checked my like Monzo spending on at 7-Eleven exclusively, and it was like £60 over like 4 days.
Oh shit.
It was a bit
Just on
much.
chicken and like as coffee.
Chicken, coffee. Well, Denmark, the Copenhagen pricing was so weird because like it's like expensive, but it's not at the same time. Like public transport, dirt cheap. Like a train from the airport to the town center was like a fiver, like
Fucking hell.
really, really cheap. And then like chocolate is like a chocolate bar is like £2. It's like nonsensical. It doesn't make any sense. Like what's expensive? Food fairly expensive, I guess. Food expensive. Public transport not. Weird.
Is that your favorite like EU tournament? That's like not
Um,
basically like not UK.
I think Awakening Fire was my favorite that I've ever been to. Just because it's very similar to Air vibes. Like it's in a very like closed. You like a closed campus. Like you
Yeah.
get to sleep. It's even more close than Air because you got. If you applied to for the sleeping hall, um, you could get free accommodation. They just rented out a sports hall.
Oh, you just go on the floor.
Yeah, you just go on the floor in the sports hall, and it's free for like 3 days. It was fucking sick, and it's like there's like 50 people sleeping in there, and there's like no walls or anything. Um,
That kind of it sounds like amazing, but also sounds horrible if you get some fucking snorers in there.
Oh yeah, for real. I went to Awakening 4 and I didn't bring any kind of I didn't prep for it at all. I didn't prep for sleeping at all, and I slept next to Candy, who snores like a fucking truck. But then the next time I went, I learned from looking at Prof and Frenzy at Awakening 4, and I saw that Prof had his giant airbed, and I was like, I gotta bring my own airbed. So I put an airbed in the hold in the plane, and I felt like a king sleeping in F5. No, that
Have
was a
you
great
got
tournament. That's probably my favorite EU tournament. I miss it a lot. But Fest is probably the new, if it counts, Fest is probably the new favorite.
yeah, what can I? Is there
It's fucking
any
sick.
other EU countries you want to go to for events?
EU countries. I
Like
think there's the Nordic ones.
Switzerland or just the Nordic ones?
I think the Nordic ones like my list at the moment. I can't think of other ones that I like really really want to go to. I can't. What other ones are there other than France?
You have Netherlands,
I've been to Netherlands.
Switzerland had like a little thing, not that big. Um,
Uh,
Spain, Super Boo's gone. Uh,
yeah,
and then I guess it just is the Nordic countries then, because I doubt Belgium's
yeah,
gonna have anything that big.
yeah. No, I think yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, no, yeah, I'm not particular. I would like to go back to Germany again because Germany's really cool. But I'm yeah, Nordic countries. Yeah, not much else. Not. I'm pretty happy with my EU traveling. I'm now moving on to Canada and America, and I'll go to Japan one day.
True.
Live my weeb dreams.
And then like move there and then start the podcast.
Yeah,
That,
you know,
that's the end goal.
Floyd's already over there, so I'll just go join him. If you there's a Bournemouth player called Floyd who's moved to Japan like this year,
Oh, really?
which is dope.
Are they like old school one?
He was there before COVID. He was like friends with Galax, if you knew Galax.
Oh yeah, the Falcon player.
Yeah, yeah, friends with close friends with Galax. Um, yeah, Floyd's sick. Really,
It's
really cool. came to Fate 2. Yeah,
Is
pretty under the
Galax
radar.
is Galax still around?
Not in the melee scene, I don't think, but I think they're living in Brighton.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I think they
interesting to
live in
see.
Brighton. I'm not sure. They went to uni in Brighton. That's the last I saw of them. And then yeah, I don't know. Don't know. I saw them walking the street one time, and then yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just kind of they're about. I think they kind of wanted to disconnect. Something happened, I think, and they just kind of wanted to disconnect from melee a bit.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
don't really know what caused it.
So besides content creation and being Arcadia top eight, yeah.
Yeah, best Falco in the Southwest now.
Uh, um, even with Frenzy God, I don't think I can say that still.
No.
We still have some other Falcons left,
Wait,
but
Frenzy's not gone.
he's gone to
Frenzy's gone.
Gommel.
Oh, Frenzy's
Well, I
gone.
guess
Yeah,
he'll also be gone to Gommel as well, but I
yeah.
think
Also
he's
be gone to
going a
Gommel.
bit earlier for
No,
events.
Lima has. I'm so lucky I didn't run into Lima being in Arcadia. Lima cooked me. So I practiced the Falcon Ditto so much in preparation to running into Lima or Marzi.
And they ran into each other instead.
Yeah, thank
That's
God.
fucked up.
Thank God.
Oh.
I
But
probably got cooked.
you commentated quite a bit over the time.
Mm,
I know you commentated DreamHack Rotterdam.
yeah.
You commentated on one of my sets, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, me versus the Yoshi.
Yeah. I
Is
remember
that
that. Did I say something like your sheet being fraudulent or something, and then it was actually kind of good?
uh something to that extent, but not nearly that
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
But
I feel like I said something along those lines.
it was a fair assumption to make. No one had seen the Sheik, so
Yeah,
it
it
was
kind of
fair
could
to
have.
assume it was going to be a fraudulent.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Uh, but do you think that's something you're going to keep like pursuing and maybe like as if you if your like desire to get better at the game kind of falls out a little bit, you might switch to commentary?
I've been trying. I've been grinding commentary a lot. Like before, I mean Arcadia. I was still like, I'm still like commentary is probably still my priority. I would say. It wasn't in the up to Arcadia, but it's probably back again now. I've applied to be a commentary at Gommel. I hope I do get to do some
Oh,
commentary at
that'd
Gommel.
be nice. Have
I
you
pray.
applied for Nang commentary?
I'm not going to Nang,
You
but
can
I've
do remote
applied.
comms.
Yeah, I've applied. I've said to Chase I'm available from the remote comms.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I love commentary. I want to do more of it. Me and Max talk about commentary. Me and Big Max talk about commentary a decent amount.
Okay.
Yeah, I dig commentary. I'd love to do more of it. It's just hard being in Europe, trying to like like we can commentate a Fate, but like Fate's kind of where's Fate? I miss it.
Yeah,
Bring
and
bring it back.
they usually like the spots that I've taken by like some Americans that come over or like the old school like big EU names that like commentate like Skux, Big Max, Fausta, all
Yeah,
those.
that's just commentary in general. It's just hard to like break into it, right? I think my plan for breaking into commentary has just always been, my YouTube channel get big. People were like, wow, that guy, I know that guy, he's
Ah, the
cool.
turned
And
off for
then
what approach?
yeah, it's a turn off a Walt Pro. Well, turn off a Walt grinded as well. Like you always have to grind. You have to
Yeah.
grind. You just have to use that to like kind of like ease your way. People are more comfortable to put you in top slots if you know your unknown personality.
Because
I
they've seen
think.
more of your stuff, they know like how you
Yeah,
interact with things.
it's not like who the fuck's this guy in top eight. It's like oh, it's turned off a Walt. Like and like I like his commentary personally. I'm actually a fan. I like Walt's commentary and I like Walt as a person. So I'm biased, I guess.
Do you like Jorge's commentary as extension?
I think that one tipped off commentary made me want to die, but then I think the rest of his commentary has actually been way better since his like he did Full Bloom, I think, and it was actually really good. Like genuinely, he's not a bad commentator. He just needs to like know when to turn it down.
Yeah. Who's your
Because
favorite
like
commentary
yeah,
duo?
yelling at everything, literally yelling at everything. Like some people they say some people yell at everything. He yells at everything when he's in the mode.
Who's your like favorite like commentary duo?
Oh, Scott Dove. I'm a simp. Scott Dove, man. What can I say?
They're so basic. Mango, my favorite Falco.
Well, what do you
Scarto,
want from
my
me?
favorite
I like good
commentator.
things. I like good things. What do you want from me? What do you want me to say? Do you want me to say like, X1 and Faust, X1 Unhaven?
Skux and Fucking Scott, just Scox on his own. Just
I love Scott as a hype man, not so much as a commentator. If you're listening, Jim, I love you as a hype man. As a commentator, you're a joy on you're a joy for regionals.
he's definitely a color commentator.
I remember commentating with Jim, and it was like I was commentating with him at like Myth or something. I can't remember whatever it was. Maybe it was Nang. I can't. One of them. I'm commentating, and like it was like game 5 of like an intense like top getting into top 8 set, and he's there just talking about some other random bullshit, and it's like last stock, and I'm like, Jim, can we please talk about the game? There's such insane shit happening on the screen right now. He's ranting about fucking like Puff Sheik or something.
Like
And I
that
was
one
like,
like
Jim,
player that he
please.
played in bracket like really early on.
Yeah. I'm like, Jim, please, please, Jim. He's fun. He's a lovely guy.
Uh,
Yeah, no, I'm basic. I love my Scar Toph commentary. I love Toph in particular, but Scar's like no one does it like him, man. I don't say like he's so good at the fucking when in his prime, like such a good storyteller.
hmm. He is like
He's so sick.
he's got a great way of like I don't know. It sounds kind of weird, but like projecting his voice. Like
Yes,
you can have like
yeah,
commentators that sound type, but like you can tell they're like speaking loudly. Where it just feels like it's part
yeah.
of
He's
it. When
he's
it's
such a good speaker in general, and like yeah, no, he's just great, very charismatic, and his storytelling, his way to weave stories is so good, and like when he knows what's going on. Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I've been trying to do whenever I hop on comms. Is like I know a lot about EU, so I'm like I'm gonna talk about the storylines leading up to it, and I feel like I've done a lot better at it.
mm,
I like commentary a lot. I think there's a lot to be improved on. Commentary
unfo-
is kind of like especially in Europe, it's like kind of actually content and Europe is my motivation is I think everyone else needs to get better, so I'm gonna do what I think people should be doing.
I agree with it to an extent. I feel like we don't really have as many commentators. We do have some really great ones, but it's not. I don't feel like we
Yeah,
kind of focus on it enough in
yeah.
general.
When I started wanting to commentate, I was like, man, I think our commentary just kind of is way too bland
Mm,
in Europe. Like all our commentators are analytical, and none of them are willing to bring like stories or hype or anything like that. And it was like felt boring to watch EU streams. I think we're better
mm.
now though. But yeah,
Yeah, I think it's gotten a bit better with UK. I noticed like from most of besides from like Nang, there was not really, and still isn't really too much commentary that kind of goes on in a lot of places, even at locals, which I think is kind of wild because I feel like locals are kind of one of the best places to like commentate because they're just part of like part of what makes like a scene and like
yeah, I guess.
what people like view of it is just the bullshit people talk about on comms. It's all the
Yeah,
shit
it's true.
talking. Creates so many like
Yeah.
amazing moments, like going through Bournemouth old VODs. Like there's just tons of like clips where it's not about the, it's just the random shit you're saying on commentary.
We have a lot of clips of like Nadia and Galax and Reef chatting absolute bullshit just on the mic. Very funny stuff. I do like those. They were
It's
good times.
unfortunately for your commentary career, you're kind of maybe a bit like too good to commentate at points now because you're too busy in bracket most of the time to commentate. So you're just left for like
No,
when
not
where
that
it's just
good.
like Frenzy Max, King you are left, and
No,
it's just like
I'm not that good. What do you mean?
depends on the event, I guess.
About Haller, I busted out balls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I had an awful schedule. I had to like I had doubles into commentary into pools of like no break.
Ugh, fucking
Yeah,
hell.
I had no time to eat or drink, and I was like, I'm going to die, and that was miserable. So yeah, no, but I don't think I'm that good. I think for majors and big regionals, I'm still like get out and like losers, winners, or like go like 1-2 or 2-2. You know,
I
I'm
think,
available for the top 8.
I mean, I guess it depends the size of the event, but I'd like to see some like bigger EU events, like doing some like, especially ones that might. I don't think EU struggles as much to find commentators for bigger events, but doing some more like remote comms, like for Valhalla, like doing maybe like a section of it where it's just like some remote commentators come in because you can't have everyone at the venue all the
Yeah,
time.
remote
And
commentators are like they're like a challenge in themselves for the stream runners because like you need sometimes they get delayed and
oh,
it's
it's like
hard.
them up and stuff and good internet connection.
Yeah, or like yeah, the stream like the game delayed to them and they're like talking. a few seconds behind what's happening, and yeah, it's just not as present as professional as either to the stream runners. Like I know, Chase takes a lot of pride in his stream, so like he's not gonna doesn't like actually doesn't I enjoy using remote commentators, I imagine.
I can see that because like the little bits where you like go to the commentators between sets, I think adds like a good bit to like the vibe of the
Yeah,
event,
yeah, exactly.
rather than just going back to someone's room where it feels like an online tournament.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
But it'd be interesting to see maybe if some like more like maybe even for just like regionals where like they can't like set up commentary at the venue, like Bristol Spaceman's for example. Maybe it could be something to look at to like do some commentation from outside if people wanted to do it or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's in smaller tournaments. It's definitely a little bit trickier for comms, so I can see why.
Yeah, that's because a lot of it depends on the venue space and stuff like that. But I don't know, something to see for the future. I hope we get some new commentators up and coming because I don't. Besides you, I'm not too sure the people that have been like commentating a lot and I kind of
Yeah, other than like Big
going
Max,
into it.
right?
Hmm?
Big Max is like the only like other UK
Yeah, but I mean like newer people,
commenters.
like Big Macs have been around for quite a while doing it,
Newer
I feel.
people, I guess. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky.
It's hard
Newer
to.
people.
Many people don't have the charisma for it.
Yeah, because I'm a ball of charisma.
Hey, well, you got them. You could swing those YouTube subscribers around.
Yeah, yeah, obviously all of them. So many. I guess it's a few people.
Just a few.
As soon as Leon walks in the room, I feel a bit small though.
But he's such a small man himself.
Yeah, I love Leon.
Oh, I wish he came to more because he also commentates a bit, doesn't he?
Yeah, we did commentary at Peak. That was really fun. I enjoyed commentating with him.
Oh yeah, I remember he was at Peak.
Yeah, that was really fun.
What a good event.
Yeah, God, fucking Peak was so good.
That's like I had like cried for like a year until that event. I like even before the whole like thing at the end happened, like just like after bracket, I like wanted to like cry for myself a bit because of
Oh,
like how big of a event it was and its process thing.
yeah, yeah, it was nuts. So glad I paid to go
You bought the ticket off?
myself.
You? Oh no,
I bought it. I was like one of the first people in there. I fucking
oh
snapped
no,
it up
no, it was
immediately.
Exy, sorry, because Yo was funding
Yeah,
his own like campaign to get in there. I
yeah,
bought
yeah.
a ticket and sold it to Exy or something like that. I'll give it to Exy.
Big players.
Fucking, I forgot
Yeah,
about that whole like the voting saga. And they were
yeah.
getting in, or at the last minute, like people like flooding to put their money in to try and like get someone in. Oh, I hope we get another thing like that in the future again.
Hmm.
Because although like
Oh,
I think Pantheon is good, it kind of I mean I guess the menu kind of mattered for it a lot, but I felt like it was a very different thing to Peak
yeah.
in
Very
terms.
different.
I think you need just a more like residential kind of place for those kind of qualifiers. I think
Hmm.
they produce a lot more like around like memories. I
Pantheon was
feel.
very esports.
Yeah, Pantheon was with the fucking like gamer poses like beforehand, before
Yeah,
the
that's what I wanted. When I talked to Lawrence about Peak, he was like, "Yeah, I want it to be like, I want it to be like a proper esport event."
yeah, it definitely did feel like that. The only thing we're kind of missing was just a crowd, but it's kind of hard to convince people to come to an event just to spectate, I think.
Hmm.
Especially one
Yeah.
in like that's in London, which is pretty expensive to get to.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Oh.
hopefully we'll have some stuff in the future. If there is some stuff maybe getting planned for some bigger events, which could have
Hmm.
stuff like that. But I think I think that might be everything. Like that.
Yeah. No, we're going for a little while, haven't we?
So
I
we
think
got
an hour and a half.
yeah, hour and 40, hour and a half.
Yeah. Full podcast length.
I was, it just it kept going. Like we get to the half an hour mark, and I was like, okay, there's like another hour and a half maybe left of
Yeah,
this. I feel.
I'm a yapper. I do love the sound of my own voice.
Oh no, it's been lovely being with
Yeah.
you.
There's a reason I like streaming. I can just sit and talk for like literally like 4 hours just to myself. Like I fucking love talking to myself.
Sheila just you need like Someone needs to make a thing of like you just like in a mirror, just talking to yourself, just like,
Unironically, I mean, like, you can't be a YouTuber without a bit of ego. Like, I love some of my own voice. Like,
oh yeah, you
I love
have to
talking about myself. Like, it's just, I'm not gonna hide that.
you have to listen to yourself so much. You need it, or you're like you'll go insane.
Yeah, I mean, and I also just like, you gave me the opportunity to come and rant about myself, so I love that,
True, true.
I gotta have a little bit of ego. I'm gonna
But
talk
yeah,
about fucking the greatest tournament run of all time.
I know Freddy's Peak Run was kind of good.
My greatest moment of all time.
Although it
I've
was,
been writing this script. It's fucking long. I actually didn't realize how long the arcade video is gonna be. It's fucking chunky right now.
there's a lot that's probably put into it, and also like fucking round one losers. Like it generally might be like the best like
I haven't even
UK
got to
losers
round one
run.
losers yet. I'm already 5 pages
Wait,
in.
wait, what? Oh fuck.
Oh god, I had to document everything before that as well.
Oh, it's like it's gonna be like an hour and a half long video.
It's not gonna be that long, hopefully. Fucking hell, it's a second channel video.
Wait, second channel or?
I told you it's gonna draw. I'm gonna draw the second channel.
Oh
It's
no, I
gonna.
thought you were gonna put it on your main, then plug the second channel.
No, I'm gonna put it on the second channel so people go and watch it on there.
Ah, I see, I
Because
see.
people were talking about how they want to watch it, so it's my draw. A
Do you have
good
an
melee video.
do you have an idea when it comes out so people can find it?
When I want to get out before Gumball, I'm trying to like do it in tandem with my thing, but it's way bigger than I thought it'd be, so it might be after Gumball now.
Okay, so like
Unfortunately, it's quite big.
a month-ish probably. Like a month, maybe a
Yeah,
bit
it'll probably be
less.
this month. I definitely want this month. I don't want to like leave it, make it. I don't want to make it a really big project. It's gonna be minimal editing and stuff. It's not gonna be like high production value or anything. I just want to do it, get it out. It'll be fun. I hope people do watch it because like it's gonna give like insight into it, and like I'm definitely gonna be. I'm probably gonna get really emotional talking about it in the end of the video.
I think it'll be
I
good.
already know.
Just need to like DM like Frenzy just says come out. Can you retweet this tweet please?
He should. He's a main character.
True, true.
There's a Haley went around and got a little bit of a little leak, but Haley went around and got took footage of people while like I was in between sets, and she went to Frenzy and was like, "How do you think he's gonna do today?" And Frenzy was like, "I think he's gonna go on a run."
You need to like do that and then just like dramatic music and then just like start up like round one, like you lose round one winners and go into round one losers, and then you have like Guile's theme start playing as you make it through.
Yeah. I'm trying to make it good, but yeah, no, I was definitely. Oh my god. Oh, what I think I was high from like that tournament for like a week. Like it's insane. I mean, you've won a tournament before, so I'm sure you know the feeling to some
No,
degree.
because I did shit the next weekend. So I had like a good like night or two of it, and then I was like, okay, I mean I have to prepare for Pantheon. Then I shit the bed at Pantheon.
Oh no.
So, but that drive back, oh, I felt so great in that
It's
drive
great.
back.
You get to go back and watch the stream back and watch you win. Like, oh yeah.
Oh, and the
I
stream
watched.
and this, the art for Battleborn too. I love the art for it. The black and the pink was so nice.
Oh, that was the same for the first one as well.
Yeah, I
Good
love the
style.
style of it. I was like, oh, a good stream layout too. Commentary, oh, it's perfect.
Wait, we had commentary, did we?
For the end a little bit.
Oh,
Like
okay, yeah.
uh,
I left like halfway through bracket, so I wouldn't know.
there was like some of the sets weren't, but it was mostly towards the end. Like me and Ashley
Yeah.
got on for a set, I think. No, it
Yeah.
was me and Loster, and then there was like Jinx and Ashley, and there was a few other people on comms at
Mm.
points, which are nice to
Oh,
see.
yeah. It's great. It's a great feeling.
But yeah,
Genuinely, I love go. I watched the stream back of Arcadia like twice. It's so fucking. Ah. Never felt it before. This was the first time. Very
it's
fun.
hard to find like even when you do well, I think it's hard to like get like a good stream bod to like look at that you can be happy with. Even if like you feel good in the moment with it, usually like looking back you feel like you don't feel as happy with it, but but having one that you can like always look back on and just be really proud of is really
Mm.
important, I think.
Yeah, I think my goals in melee are very different to like a lot of people. So like I achieved like my lifelong goal in melee of that run, honestly. So like that's why it's so good for me personally. Like I don't have any lofty goals of melee. That was like literally like the best thing that could have happened.
Yeah,
I'm happy. I can retire tomorrow and be like, I'm good.
it's a great goal. It's like it's free content basically, and
Yeah,
like it's I could be wrong, 'cause I don't know many the much stuff of before COVID, but it might generally be like the best losers run in UK Melee, low key, because
no
no one's gone
shot.
like that far, like or like was
From
like unexpected, like gone from
yeah,
like round one losers
unexpected.
so far, and it's unexpected as well. Like if fucking Max like throws round one and then goes on a run, like it's Max, you know he's
Yeah,
gonna win it,
yeah,
but like people didn't really know, or
yeah.
probably didn't
Got
like expect
fucking
nearly as much.
yeah. I was definitely like not expected to do very like no one was really. I think like maybe Squeechu was like, oh, Chaler might do well, but other than that, like I had no one like be expecting me to do well. So like yeah, I probably out of nowhere loses round one run. That's pretty out there in terms of things happening. Very lucky.
But yeah,
Oh man, but yeah,
thank you
it's been
for
fun.
coming on and doing this. It's
No
been
problem.
it'll be a nice first one back after a while. I even if I wanted, I couldn't physically do it for a long time, which is kind of annoying because I couldn't speak. So
Yeah. Oh my god.
it's a bit weird coming back to it, but you've been great to deal with.
Thank
Lots to
you.
talk
Yeah,
about.
thanks for having me on. It was fun.
Make sure to check out Shayla's YouTube channel, Twitch,
Yeah.
and the second channel,
Live. Let's
Shayla
go.
Live.
And one more importantly,
The
please.
second one. Check out the second one.
Get
He
the
needs
second
his
one.
food.
I need subs on it. I need subs on that channel because I want to do more streaming stuff, please. Thank you. Thank you.